Let's see, there we go. Good morning. Good afternoon. If you're here in Paris, good morning. Everybody else. So I hightailed it down here to the Jardin des Plantes because I was really hoping we were going to catch the peonies. Hi, Jasmine. I was hoping we were going to catch the peonies because they were popping out late. Sadly, we missed them, but we do have one. There's one great big peony that's holding on. I'm going to share it with you here. We'll get everybody in here for a minute. It is perfect. Hey, Chrissy. It is a beautiful, perfect day in Paris. It's like that perfect day where it's not too hot, not too cold. It's chilly in the morning, but sunny and gorgeous. And here in the Jardin des Plantes, you can see a lot of people laying out in the grass. Look at this great big tree. I'm going to go hide underneath there. We'll give everybody a second to get in here. Hope you guys are all having a good first day of May. So far, usually down here where I am, this has been where they've done the marches and a bunch of which turns into kind of riots. A couple years ago, 3 years ago on May 1st, it was crazy around here. So I wasn't sure what to think, but I believe that everything's happening up between République and Nation. So I think we're okay. This artist here. So I'm in the Jardin des Plantes. And oh, here's a couple here. See, I don't want to walk in here. Hang on. Look at these. Ah, so pretty. So we have 3 flowers. And there's some white ones here that are on their last leg, but look at how pretty the purple was inside. I have a bunch of peonies that Kate, wonderful Kate, who does the videos with, gave me for my birthday the other day. It's always funny how quickly they change. Look at that. Gorgeous. It was just here, right when you come inside the garden. It's off to the right. But there's a lot of people here today. But yeah, Kate gave me some really pretty, kind of that color. It's just amazing how the leaves lose their color so quickly on peonies, but they're still beautiful. And now they're like this really, really pretty light pink color. So it is sunny out. So he sent some messages. I might not be able to see it, but there's supposed to be a brocante in the area, but I walked by there. I was a bit distracted talking on my phone at the time. So but we'll see. And there's, oh, wait, look at this. I love finding these, and they're always here in the park because they remind you of a rose window of Notre Dame. So I was searching literally all over the city for years for those because I saw them in a photo and was trying to find out where they were. Even sent a message to the city of Paris, which of course they could have cared less and did not get back to me. But then I was walking through there one day, and lo and behold, there they were. And there's smaller ones in there too. Sometimes you can find them on the sides of buildings. I think there's one in a courtyard I stayed in one time. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna walk along because there's a little something special up there, the little outdoor sculpture garden. We've never walked out there before on a walk. And I had to figure out a way to get this and this kind of close to home because Crystal and I need to record about 4 episodes as soon as I get in the door, because between her schedule and my schedule the next few weeks, we have to get as many done right now as possible for the podcast, because our schedules are crazy and we're not gonna have any time. So, but it is a beautiful day, and hopefully you'll just be excited to see Paris. Now we're gonna go across the street, but then we have to come back on this side of the street because there's this artist that I'm obsessed with. that has a big, huge piece on the side of the Arab World Institute, which when you come to Paris, if you've not gone there, put it on your list. You can go up there, up onto the deck, on the upper deck, and get a really great view towards Notre Dame. They used to have a restaurant up there, like a little cafe, but when I was up there in the fall, it was not open. So it was still early. A lot of the stuff has come back, like in the Louvre, where they used to, when you came out of the Denon wing, and they had the little gift shop there filled with everything that had the Mona Lisa on it. That they have just reset up, so that's back. So lots of things are kind of getting set up and coming back. But it's a lovely day. Ron and Debbie, I hope you guys are here. My friend Ron and Debbie just arrived in Paris very early this morning, and I got to see them for lunch, and they were getting into their apartment. They might be napping right now, which I don't blame them, but it's happy to have them back after 2 years. They haven't been back in over 2 years. So, but they said it felt like they never left, which I think everybody could understand. So we're just way down here, way past the end of Ile Saint-Louis. It's quite a ways. Let's see. I'm going to keep the, I'm not going to mute it because there's probably music that's going to be playing. And for one of the little things we're going to see. And so then if YouTube gets mad at me, I'll just edit it out later. But we could, not this side. It's not watching people do this called parkour. Let's walk down along the river. I think they're training. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Did you guys ever see that movie? What is it? Paris Je t'aime. It's a French movie, and it's 20 scenes, one for each arrondissement. And there's one scene for the fifth that takes place here in the garden. With all the flowers. So the Bateau Mouches are packed with people again. Very busy. Let's walk down here. The boat's creaking. I'm trying to figure out, I didn't walk down here before. Let's go all the way down. Look at how pretty those flowers are. Everything right now, the trees are like that beautiful green. Oh, let's see. What was that, Sheen? Foxglove fairy flowers. Thank you, my horticulturist. Since I did, my friend Emily. Look at those. You see those in there? Look how beautiful those are. They're like those peony tulips. My friend Emily posted a photo and said she was trying to figure out what this tree was, and I actually knew it was a dogwood. I was pretty proud of myself. So we'll get away from these guys. And this is, so there's a bunch of sculptures out here. It goes along here. And the Bateau bus, this is something you could use here, but it you can buy a pass. It's like a day or 1 day or 2 days, but it is very, very slow. But this is for Arthur Rimbaud. who was the French poet who was involved with Paul Verlaine. Look at that. I gotta stand back. You see that? And even though we're looking into the sun. I don't want to miss being up at the Arab world. This is cute. There's somewhere. Do you want to go by the river? Let's go up here. Somebody was walking their cat on a, look at this cute little thing, on a leash through the Jardin des Plantes. It's like a little hobbit house. Look at that. You got some books in the window. Some poppies. Not really sure what's going on there. So let's not catch anything strange on camera. If anybody's been to Paris, you know what sometimes happens. Public urination, that is. Has anybody been down here before? You can see we're just coming kind of up to the end of the Ile Saint-Louis. This little teeny tiny pups. Oh my gosh, did you guys see on my Instagram stories the other day, this little boy that I came across over in Leal, and his face was painted, and he was on this little scooter that looked like a dinosaur. This picture is like my favorite thing in the world, because he was like giving me the meanest look and then totally like slyly flipping me off. And it is the funniest picture. Kate and I were like for days cracking up. Look at this. That's why I want to show you. Look how cute. No, Jasmine, it was his face was painted. I thought when I first saw him that he was wearing like a face mask, just up to his nose. And then when he went by, and then I had to take a picture. I was actually farther out. I zoomed in on it, the one I posted, but I was seriously dying. And I've shared it with like every one of my friends I've seen this week. It was my birthday gift to myself, seeing that kid. Look how cute.
Hey everyone, it's Chrissy. It looks like Claudine might have lost reception for a minute. I'm going to ping her and let her know that we're not with her.
Okay, can you see me and hear me? Am I back on? Okay, thanks, Chrissy. Yeah, for some reason it kicked me off and then it turned my, I'm gonna get up off of here because I think the signal's back. But it turned off my mic and camera when I came back. But this is the Tito Rossi outdoor garden, sculpture garden. So we're gonna find a way to pop up here. I ran into a dead end when I lost you guys too. I don't know if I wanna, should I try going up here? Let's see. This is about the extent of my off-road hiking too, guys. Okay. Oh yeah, perfect. Alrighty. Oh crud. Okay, now I'm way up here. Okay, hang on. I'm really having some stuff here. Okay. Back to civilization. And we're just at the end of the garden. So, is everything working now, Chrissy? I'm hoping. Thanks, Chrissy. Okay, we're gonna cross here real quick. Even some pretty little wildflowers here on the side of the road. But here's the end of the Jardin des Plantes. It's very long. This side over here is where the zoo is, and it's the oldest zoo in Europe and the world. All right, we're crossing. So today is May 1st, and here it's Fête du Travail, Labor Day. But pretty much all my friends are working today. And so it's not really for them. But I just stopped by and bring some of them some lily in the valley, which you see sold all over on my street because there's always tons and tons of people walking down it. There's little bouquet sellers at every 10 feet. So I walked out my door and had my pick. But it smells so pretty. The whole street smells really, really pretty. And you give them to people as just like a sweet little gesture, but also for good luck. So it's kind of fun. And they let them sell on. So one time that they just kind of let people sell that stuff anywhere they want on the streets without having a license. And the last 2 years during COVID, especially the first year, they let the florists do it on the streets as well. Is Angela here today? Angela is here in Paris, and I gave her and Renee a tour of the Louvre the other day, which was super fun. But she's probably busy out and about visiting Paris, I hope. Some more dancers up here. I guess I probably could have kept going and come right up there. And I didn't want to miss this piece of street art. Up here. Hi, Ron and Debbie. So up here, so this is the Arab World Institute, the next building past this one. And it is really, really cool because the building has these really cool, almost like little metal tiles, and they actually move when the building, like if it's too hot out and the sun's hitting it, they will actually move to kind of create like a little vent. But you can go, as I was saying, you can't go up to the top. It's free to go to the top. It's really cool. Hopefully they bring the restaurant back soon, and I'll keep an eye on that. But you should definitely go up there. There's no alcohol, of course. But you could go up there and get like mint tea and have lunch. It's really cool. But out here on the side of this, I am obsessed with this artist. His name is El Cid, and he is from Tunisia, which I have a soft place in my heart for Tunisia. I don't think he's watching right now, but El Cid, he does this amazing, beautiful artwork all over the world, and it's using Arabic. So those are all Arabic letters, and he creates these amazing, amazing, gorgeous pieces. And he did this one here on the side of the building, and it is, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with everything he does, and hopefully it gets people to see Arabic and Muslims in a different way than sadly a lot of people see, especially in the US. So it is really, really cool. I think that it's just gorgeous. I was really excited when I learned that he had this one here. And he's really like so nice and down to earth. Anytime I share his stuff, he always sends me a message, like not just a little like or a thumbs up. He'll actually respond and thank you for sharing his work. And he just seems like the most amazing down to earth guy. But it's just gorgeous, isn't it? And it's like silver and white, but it's Arabic letters. I need to ask my French Tunisian, what it is, what it says, and to teach me that. He already likes to try to give me French lessons, so now I haven't given me Arabic lessons. So we're on the end. So that right over there across is the end of Rue Saint Louis. This is always a really busy. A lot of times when I come in from CDG, the taxi always comes down here and over this bridge, comes down, or the bridge back there, and down this way to get to Saint-Germain. So this is all still Arabic, but you could see, I think we'd have to be much higher to be able to see. I would show you the tiles. They're really cool metal tiles, and they kind of look like it has like a sun in the middle of each one. Lots of skateboarders out today, and the parkour dudes. It's very busy and a holiday, but it's actually a lot of people left as well. But nobody really gets, they don't get tomorrow off instead because it's a holiday, fell on a Monday. But you know, May is a month of Pont, the bridge month they call it, because it's they have so many holidays that if sometimes some years it's really great because one will fall on like a Thursday and the other falls like on a Monday or Tuesday, and then they will take then like Thursday through Tuesday off. But today is a Sunday, so they already get it off. So let's walk up here real quick. This was kind of, I think those are Holy, let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. But today being May 1st, the whole thing about handing out, if you guys read my Instagram post today, I kind of shared the meaning of what today is. And it started under Charles IX when he was actually given a lily of the valley for good luck. And so he decided he liked that. So he would give it to all the women at court. And then it kind of fell off later for quite a long time until the 1800s, and they brought it back again. So I think these vans, they look like they were for the brocante, but I think it's all come down. But every cafe is full today, and it's very nice. Perfect day to sit outside. Yeah, I don't see Sue. And this is part of the Sorbonne. So we're heading right into Cardinal Lemoine is up here. We're heading into, this is basically all University Sorbonne. Oh, I think they do. Okay, hang on. They just have some little tables. It's not like big fancy. It's more of the personal empty out your attic. And it's at the end of the day. It started at like 6 a.m. So, but let's take a little chance through it. Here, anybody need a shower head? But sometimes you could find some great things. I'm going to need to be doing this at my house to get rid of pretty much everything I own before I move here in a few months. Keychains. Oh, leopard. Some jewelry. Are you guys seeing anything you need? Oh, look, a Vermeer. Mm-hmm. Look at this record. The Great Songs of the Liberation. That's a keeper. If I had a record player. What? Oh, sounds. Belts and some very old shoes. Like, oh, these are the ones where they literally people just bring everything from their house and set it up. But there might have been, look at those, are kind of cool. There might have been. I wonder if my friend Kim would probably love those. My friend Kim, the French brocante that works for Delta and comes here and gets great goodies and sells them in her shop in Indiana. Oh, I wonder who that lady was. I have a huge picture. Oh, what's that song? I have a huge picture my grandpa blew up with me from when I was little. I'm gonna have to save that. I don't want my little cherub like baby face hanging in sitting in somebody's garage sale. Oh, look, a little 101 Dalmatian glasses. Oh, I bet these are cool. Shut up. Look at this. Molly needs these. And they're all written on. Look at that. So cool.
لا بالشغل جبت على هناك.
I think if you really went through here, you could find some really great things. Silverware, ivory knives. Look at just, isn't the handwriting so beautiful? The first French. Uh-oh, I see a chandelier. I'm definitely gonna need some of those for my apartment. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Scissors. See, there's a little something for everybody. If you can't find it there, you don't need it. See these girls, they have their lilies of the valley. I'm sure they had some really great stuff early today. I'm just giving you a Latin Quarter fashion show here today too. And you go straight up there. You get to Charnel-Lemoine and the Pantheon. I stayed down here at the very end of Boulevard Saint-Germain once. Number 7 or 9, I think it was. And it was literally the wall of the apartment was part of the old, it was literally the edge of the Philippe Auguste wall. See, here's a little cellar. Let's see. So they have quite a few little high traffic spots. Uh-oh. Some sandwiches. So this place right here, Bon Vivant, you have not gone there, go there. It is amazing. They have the Cobb over there. It's a wine bar. And then the restaurant. Definitely you need reservations for the restaurant. It's not very big and it's amazing. Jenny and I have gone there and had steak frites, possibly the best steak frites in the entire city. Like really good American level steaks. It's one thing, sometimes steaks in cafes are not good. That is the Bernardin over there. It is an old monastery. It's really cool inside. And currently right now they are doing a virtual Notre Dame thing. I wanted to go see it, but every day that I had an opportunity to go see it, it was the day it was closed because it was closed around Easter, all those dates of Easter. But Bon Vivant is amazing. I do have a huge list of favorite restaurants on my website, ClaudineHemingway.com, and I do need to add that. We need to update it and add that. But definitely you want to go there because it's fantastic. The wine bar is even more fun. Not as fun as my favorite, Le Comtois, but it's pretty good. And Sylvain also highly recommends it. So if he says it's good and he's at Levant, then I probably get a pass. So this is pretty top. You're gonna stop by and say hi to Dante over here. Walk through the little. It's very exciting that the 12 days, 11 days now, the Musée de Cluny opens. So the Middle Ages Museum, first time I went there was literally right before it closed. And most of it was actually already closed off. This is the Square Paul. If it's made that firewall. I think you're going through all the green spaces today. Here, hello. There's a band playing in the Jardin de Luxembourg. I just saw the first two letters. I'm assuming that's Jardin de Luxembourg. I'm shocked. There's not more sirens. That's a complié. I'm surprised I haven't heard more sirens. Usually today it's like mayhem, but it's all up the Nation. We are on the Rue des Écoles. Coming out over here. I'll stop and see. I keep seeing messages and I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Ron, that is a very long way for me to get to. Well, it's not that long. But maybe we should do maybe I'll have to start one of the walks on your terrace. They are staying in a fantastic place that overlooks the garden. The Jardin de Luxembourg. Oh, look at this. Oh, Notre Dame, Maryland. We are in the Latin Quarter. I had a client that stayed in a fantastic apartment up here a couple months ago. And then my clients that I just had that were here, I was with for 6 days. They were just staying also on the Boulevard Saint-Germain. And I made a little video of the apartment. I'll have to share it. I didn't want to share it until after they were gone. But I had roaches in the apartment, so that was nice. I've never had that problem. When they told me, I thought they meant there was other problems with 4 little legs, and I freaked out, but roaches are still just as bad. So Rue des Écoles kind of curls around. Passage. There are lots of hotels. Jewish films and music. Pantheon. Saint Etienne du Mont. Oh, look at the beautiful flowers. Maison des Fleurs. Over there. Oh, I bet the food here is delicious. Look at that. I bet this place right here has lots of foie gras and lots of duck. Let's check it out. Soupe à l'oignon, confit de canard, foie gras maison. Ron and Debbie, maybe we should come back here. Come check it out. I see some, look at that guy's got the right idea. I have not had time. I have been working so much, and then starting Tuesday, I have a crazy almost 2 weeks straight. I need some time to sit and have a glass of wine. We're coming up here, we're gonna come up and see Dante and Champollion, who is the gentleman that translated the Rosetta Stone 200 years ago in September. So hopefully there's going to be some stuff going on. There is a special exhibit to him right now at the Bibliothèque Nationale. Beaux-Arts. There's some pretty flowers. I think I'll not go in there right now. But let's go up here. A glass of wine looked awfully delicious, and sitting at a cafe with a book. I'm so busy now when I'm here with tours. I need to work in some days off so I could go enjoy that. Or at least some afternoons. So we're also here at part of this Sorbonne. This whole basically everything around this area pretty much has to do with the school. But back here in this courtyard is a statue of Champollion. It's a tad bit controversial. And some people really want it removed. And can you see it's right there? Let me zoom in. Because he has a foot on what looks like an Egyptian mask. Sorry, I'll try to hold still. And that's not good. Hopefully they didn't mean that. But basically putting the bottom of your foot on something like that is very, it's not great. Having something under your foot, under your dirty sole of your foot. But it is, see over there, let me see, do it again. Can you see that there? But that is Champollion. It's a good thing it's behind this bars. And then down here, we have Dante. And the reason Dante is here, as we know from Dante's, oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good right here. Oh, Dante, of course, is Italian. But he lived in Paris for a short period of time. And it was not very far from here, right down Rue Saint-Jacques, which is right here. There's the back of him. And there is a street just down here, a very small side street called Rue Dante. And that is where he once lived. Of course, nothing remains from that because it was quite some time ago. But he did live up here. Sadly, we can't walk in here, of course. But there he is. Dante with some little buttercups. Some sweet little buttercups. There he is. Dante, who of course Rodin loved. He loved, as we know, of the gates of hell, and he created those. He was kind of obsessed. He was sketching the stories of what he believed were the images from Dante's Inferno early on, and then he was commissioned to create the grand gate for what was going to be the Musée des Arts Décoratifs, that was going to be built where the Orsay is now. And it never happened. They decided to not do it. But he still worked on it until the end of his life. And that is all those great pieces from the gates of hell that you might know a little bit more as like the Kiss and the Thinker. All of those pieces were for gates of hell. Here's the Sorbonne. This is a beautiful building inside. You walk in these doors, it has this grand, like 3 staircases, and then it goes up and around. And it's one of those buildings that you can get into on that weekend in September, the 3rd weekend in September, the best weekend of the year. And there's the Cluny, which I think we walked by a few weeks ago. Oh, this is the square they renamed it. Samuel Paty. He is the professor that was beheaded just 2 years ago in 2020. So they renamed this to him. He was given the Chevalier de Légion d'honneur. That was a very horrific. We have Montesquieu, and you can see his foot's all shiny because the superstition is that the students come by here and rub his foot before they take finals or take their exams. And there's also a statue in this park of Romulus and Remus, which there is a copy you see on Tibet. Look at that with all the pretty cushions. The Tibet, which is in the Louvre right now, it is not on display because it is the whole summer apartments of Anne of Austria are supposedly under renovation, although you could peek through the little barrier. There's nothing going on. So they better get on it because it's one of my favorite little areas to explore. And here we have the Cluny. It's 11 days away from opening. I hope if you have not been there in here, you are going to go because it is very, very cool. It's a very cool place to check out. And this is where they have the unicorn tapestries, but they also have some of the statues that were originally on Notre Dame that were destroyed in the Revolution. And the statues of the kings, of course, that were beheaded and found buried in a house because they pulled them down during the Revolution because they thought meant that they were the kings of France. And so somebody climbed up the side and they would put ropes around and they would tug them down. And then the stonecutters would chop their heads off. And so apparently they weren't just chopping off people's heads. Oh, look at the irises. So pretty. And so there was they sat in actually a huge pile for like 2 years on the Parvade in Notre Dame. And who knows what else was in there because they said it got really smelly. And the nearby residents, these are the thermal baths. Kind of could see in there. The residents got really sick of it. So they decided the city sold the stones to stonecutters. And the stonecutters, this one stonecutter was asked to redo this gentleman's property. And when they arrived, he saw this pile and said, "Hey, I think I know what those are. Those look like they might be statues from Notre Dame." And so he buried them because that is what you do. In the Catholic faith, if a statue of a saint is broken or discarded, you're supposed to bury it. So he did that. And then years and years later, the property was sold and a bank was going to redo it, and they found these heads. And somebody said, hey, these things look familiar. And they contacted Notre Dame, and sure enough, they said, those are our missing heads. So they made their way back, and now they're in the Cluny. And I'm super excited to go in there. But there's also a bunch of other statues that they had taken down as well. So those were also in that pile. So they were all buried. Let me see, what you just say, Ellen? I only see like the first second of it. It is exactly how that was discovered too, Ellen. It was, and that's why it has that funny discoloration on it, because the stone is so porous. And there's actually a couple statues in the Louvre in the South de Carriatide that if you look at it on one side, and I will, I'll try to find a picture, or I'll go in and take a picture and share it with you guys. Or I think I might do a walk. We'll do a walk in there one night. It is part of it, half of it, the body of the statue is kind of discolored and has some weird brown marks on it, because it was too found halfway submerged in dirt for, who knows how many decades. And so it is all discolored because the stone is porous. Fascinating, I think. I love that stuff. But now this is the medical school, which I think I've walked you guys past. And there's a really cool medical museum in there. Supposedly the Voltaire statue that used to be over at the end of Rue de Seine is here someplace. And this is where it's going to stay. This gate was open the other day, so I was poking around in here. Very pretty. But look at this. Oh yeah, we did walk by this because I was freaking out over that key. I want that key. I want to see what that key looks like. So, but it's almost 6 o'clock. So I'll probably end this here so I could race home and get to recording 4 podcasts over the next few hours. Here's one of these great river level markers. There's not that many. There's one on the Rue des Grands Augustins that's in great shape. A lot of them have been painted over time, and you could just see it's kind of, but these used to be all over the city, measuring how far they were over the banks of the Seine from here. And then you sometimes have the crew markers where it flooded. But I've always loved these buildings. Look at these 2 buildings and that sky. So pretty. But I will leave it. Of course, we're over here by Odeon. So a few minutes from here, I'll be home and get to recording. So we have a new episode for you all tomorrow on the podcast. We're going to do a couple fun ones. We're going to do a few more that you could actually, I've been doing some that you could actually use almost as your own walk. Come to Paris. We've done some of them that are about, noisy there. We've done some of them that are in the Jardin de Luxembourg. So there's 2 episodes that you could walk around and see, learn about the 20 women, like the whole story about each one of them. I've done some in the Louvre with the Musée Charles X in the Louvre, quite a few other ones. So you can actually just put it on and take your own little walk. So when you come to Paris, if you aren't going to see me live for a tour, which if you are coming starting in the fall and you want to do a tour with me, let me know right away, because there's quite a few dates and weeks that I'm already completely blocked up, because I'm doing a few week-long tours, and I am doing that for my friend Donnie's company, but I might start putting some together that would be for like ladies and gentlemen. The ones I do with her are just for the ladies. But I've had so many people that are like couples or partners that have reached out and would love to do a week in Paris with me, doing all of the fun, wonderful things and eating at all the great restaurants. I'm thinking about doing that myself, putting some things together. So if you're interested at all, send me a message. You could always get me at ClaudineHemingway.com, Instagram, Claudine Blue Blanc Rouge, Facebook as well. So, or my website, of course, ClaudineHemingway.com. And so you can find everything down there. And I do have a tour all day next Sunday. So I am going to have to figure out how I'm going to be, because the tour will go until usually these walks start. So I will figure it out. Just keep an eye on my Instagram and my Facebook, as well as my newsletter, which I did not have a chance to send out this week. But I am going to try to get that out this week. And I will put in there where the walk is and when. If I could do it, maybe we'll have to see where my walk is on, my tour is on Sunday. Maybe I could just do something kind of where that leaves off. So thank you guys. Here, I'll say hi so you can see the progression of the black eye. It is now here, and it seems to just be staying right here. And I'm glad this is now going to be on YouTube for the rest of my life to document my black eye that I got from getting run over by a bike. If you did not see that, a bike ran me over. So, but this is all that is left. It's been almost 2 weeks now. And it's so purple that it's just no point in trying to cover it up. It just pops back on through. So, but thank you guys so much. If you want to leave me a little tip at all, so I could go and buy some wine, some champagne, you could do that at ClaudineHemingway.com on Venmo or PayPal. And you could also, if you go to my Instagram and you hit in my bio, there's a thing in there that says, buy me a glass of wine. So you could do that too, and you could send any amount you want. So if you want to do that to help support the channel, when I'm doing this and it's me, it's easy, but when I'm not here and I have Kate do it, I do pay Kate to do it. So any support that you could give me now kind of goes into that little kitty to help support and keep Kate going too. So we love Kate, and she's awesome. And she drew in like seconds a picture of me on the wall of Le Bon Francois. So I shared that on my Instagram, and I will share it again. She did it literally in seconds, and it looks just like my hair and my eyes and everything. So she's wonderful. She's in England right now. So thank you guys so much. And I will hopefully see you next Sunday, or figure out which day I will see you. Thanks, guys.